We're here. You know what it is. You know who it is. We're back. We're here to talk. I don't know if you guys saw the post I did. So we're just gonna get into things. You know what I mean? We just get some more people in the room. Big up Base the Kid. I'm gonna get you in a minute. 1 second. I'm just as you can see, I'm just trying to send the link around to get the peeps in. You know what I mean? Get the peeps in, and I'll get you straight on, bruv. 1 second. Remember, I said I promised to get you on. 1 second, bruv. We're here. We're gonna talk up some stuff about what's been going on in the game. So, shout out to all the Great Britain GB boxers doing the qualifiers. I see Caroline Daniel Dubois' sister. She was in a tough fight today. She scraped through. Her and the other female, both got a point taken off in the third round. Mad, but yeah, good fight, good qualifiers. Some good prospects could have come through after the Olympics. So yeah, I look forward to that for sure. 1 minute, there's got a lot of people I'm trying to get in. Alright, where's Base? Where's Base the Kid? Send me the shout out Todd, shout out Chris Jenkins, shout out Rich DeGram, signed official, Coach. Oh, Uncle Pete. Where's Base the Kid gone? Lex. Big up Lex, Rich Graham actually. Lex, you free to come in? Let me know. Shout out Rick. Come on, Rick's Gamer. Follow him on Twitch, guys. Lee Eaton. Big up. Hold on. Where's Base gone? John Doc, big up. Where's Base the Kid gone, man? Can't see him. 1 minute. Let me invite him. Oh, who else wants to come on? Are you on road? Alright. Stay tuned, Lex. Who wants to come on? We've got to talk about Errol Spence versus Pacquiao. We want to talk about Jean Pascal drug bust. He was due to fight Badu Jack on Sunday on the undercard of Mayweather Paul. Big up Chris Palmer. Who else? Got Daniel Dubois back in action tomorrow. Got Bradley Skeet back in action tonight. Fedor Shudanov is making another defense of that WBA title tonight as well. Yeah, we've got who else? We've got a few cards on. Talk about Matchroom's moving over to dazn now full time. No more Sky Sports. We can get into that. You know what I mean? So anyone who's ready, let me know, and we can chop it up and decipher. Where's Rashad actually? He's I swear he's been trolling me lately. But I need to get into his mind. He thinks, because Rashad, he believes do any of you lot believe that Logan Paul stands a chance on Sunday? Because a few of you on that poll picked Logan Paul to win. There was about 7 of you who picked him, and Rashad seems to think he's going to drop Floyd. Yes, big up Persian Roots. Let's see who we can get in. Yeah, Rich. I don't understand this guy. I swear he's trolling me when he's saying it. And he's saying it hard. He ain't even just saying it on WhatsApp. He's putting it on his page. He's tweeting about it. He's not messing about. I need him to answer me. I need him to answer some questions. Hold on. Let's see who's. Hold on. Let's get Rich in here. Don't be shy. Yeah.
What's going on, Savvy?
What's going on?
Oh, I got the kids in the background doing the madness, so I'm just gonna move away from the family. Let me just move up. You know, I know you know some hardcore boxing fans, so my disclaimer to your hardcore boxing fans, I'm a casual fan, yeah, because I know the people you're speaking to, they'll catch me out quick time.
No. We've got a whole range of genre. We've got people from, hardcores, casuals, people who don't know anything, got all sorts. So yeah, man. And I know you know a bit because we talk. So
yeah, I know a bit. I know a bit about a bit, not a lot though. Like not like you. You're talking about Dubois' sister doing bits and stuff like that.
yeah.
I'm like, mate, your level, and even the people you're speaking to, you're proper, you're a boxing man, general.
Yeah, but it's just all about being a student because there's people who know more than me who I go to, who are like the gurus. Obviously, you got Spencer Fearens, you got Ben Doughty. These guys are like the generals. You know what I mean? They're the godfathers of this. So when they're talking about history, they're going back to the 1800s when boxing started in Great Britain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tom Cribb, taking you to the Tom Cribb pub. It's up West End, Central London somewhere. They took me there. Ben took me there on a tour, and that's like the first world champion and all that. So yeah, it goes deep. Them man go deep. So yeah. But what's it? What do you want to get in? What do you want to?
I was gonna say one of my friends who I work with, Brad. He's actually in the chat right now. He knows a bit about boxing as well. So that Brad Golder.
Oh, okay.
So if you see. I don't know if he'll be brave
enough
to come on.
Yeah, come in, Brad, man. Don't be shy. Big up Prince Patel. Yeah, I mean,
what's going on? I don't know if he'll come in, innit? But to your friend who said that Paul's gonna beat Mayweather, he's buzzing. So I don't know if that guy's in the chat right now, but
yo,
yeah, he is. Brad Golder, mate.
What's going on?
What's going on? You know a bit about boxing, don't you, Brad?
Yeah, I know a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, big up coming in. So, what's your opinion about... so, Brad, do you know about Jean Pascal and Badou Jack? What happened there?
Yeah. Don't really. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's just crazy. Well, it doesn't surprise me, because if you look at his last two performances against Marcus Brown and Badou Jack in the first fight, he was looking like a brand new fighter. He was fighting like a brand new man. Because if you compare to when he fought Dimitri Bivol, you could tell he wasn't as far. He got beat very comprehensively. It took him 8 rounds to take out some guy who had one bout. I forgot the guy's name even. And then, he hadn't dropped nobody since, 2013. All of a sudden, he's dropped Marcus Brown twice. And then he dropped Badou Jack in the 4th round in their bout. So it's like, this guy's looking brand new. So when he's got busted, I'm like, it makes sense because he's moving like he was like when he fought Carl Froch back in 2008 for their world title fight. So, yeah. But yeah, he's finished now. He's 30 years old. If he gets a year ban or 2 years ban, he's done. So yeah, he's done, I think. So what's your opinions, guys, on this Logan Paul Floyd?
No, I don't know. It's ridiculous, but you can't moan at it because they're getting money. So it is what it is, really. Exhibition fight. I'll say I won't buy it, but I probably will. Yeah, no, it is. It's what it is, and it's for the fans. So brings new fans to the sport. That's what it is, really.
Yeah, but do you think it brings? I mean, it probably brings Paul's fans to the sport, but it's nuts the amount of money that Floyd's making with near enough zero risk. And I can't remember who said it before. I don't know if it was George Foreman, but he said your job as a champion is to keep your belt and do the most of fights with the least amount of risk. But you don't want to lose your belt. You don't want to be in risky fights every fight. You want to keep your belt and maximise your earnings. And Floyd Mayweather's been the king of that. And now he's making money for fighting. Compared to him, they're bums. You know, he's the greatest, or one of the greatest, arguably. And he's making big P with zero risk. There's not even a points decision in this, isn't it? It's only a knockout or nothing happens. You know, it's exhibition.
There's no judges. Even the knockout, it's all down to the ref. So no, literally, he'll dance around him. He'll pick. I think if you knock him out, he'll pick what round he wants it to be. What's it? 8 rounds, isn't it?
Barry, do you think the fight would be closer than it was against Conor McGregor?
No.
Oh.
Even that, it'll be worse.
Even that one, he decided. Yeah, of course.
He carried him, and then with this one, he won't carry him because he knows the longer it carries him, the more it gives like nobodies thinking that they can actually go a few rounds like with him. As you saw what he did with that Japanese kickboxer. Punked him over in like 5 seconds. And thought, let me get that 10 mil. So for this one, he'll just punch him up quickly.
I don't think he'll do it too quick though. I think if he does it too quick, it will stop any other exhibition fights. So I think you put on a show for maybe 3-4 rounds, 5th round, take him out.
Your boy Ritz Gamer said that Floyd Mayweather's the greatest. Not even one of the greatest. He is the greatest.
He is.
Well, that's up for debate. That's up for debate. I don't think he's the greatest fighter of all time. He's the greatest businessman fighter. I'll give him that because he's made the most money and he's known how to capitalize on.
No worries.
Yeah,
big goals. You back in the gym?
No, I'm not yet. Slowly. My arm's still fucked, but I'm going there. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I see your cousin in the comments.
Oh yeah, Jody. Yeah, big up Jody. Sam Everett, all that, loving that. But yeah, have you seen that Matchroom's now moving over to DAZN exclusively?
I've got a question. What's the price? You never revealed the price.
Well, that's for Eddie to reveal the price. One at the moment is $1.99, but I imagine they'll probably up it to what? $5, I think, maybe.
$4.99.
I think it'd be like Netflix. It'll go gradually. So I think it might go £5 next, then eventually get to £10, £15.
Yeah. Now, but what? They won't go from 5 to 10. They'll try the 7 night.
You go like 5, 8, 10, like over the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
But, you know, when you throw in Sky Sports and Box Nation, and then you add in days as well, man,
and BT Sport.
BT Sport. It adds up, you know. So even if you're charging a little $3.99, pay-per-views are still going to be on top. It still adds up. If you're a real boxing fan, you're dropping 150 quid on boxing on TV.
There is no pay-per-view. That is all in.
Say that
no. It's not all in because Joshua's still got one more fight with Sky. So the Usyk one's on Sky Box Office. So that don't count because
that's
Eddie
separate.
can't control that.
Yeah.
And then, but when AJ moves over to DAZN, I think they'll still charge you for his fights. But I can accept that. You can't really get.
They do it in America. That's what they've done with Canelo. It's basically like an all-in. They want everyone to go to them. It's just an all-in price. There's no pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I think the price will definitely shoot up because that's their whole plan. There's no pay-per-view. It's a monthly fee. That's what you get.
Well, they'll have to make that. They'll have to make that about $7.99 then. If you want all in, because then you get what? You get Joshua, you get Dillian Whyte, you get Chisora, but
obviously they're making the money up. Well, they're trying to make it up when the big fights aren't on. So, but they're still. I mean, it's crazy, really. They also said they're not going to pay over the odds anymore to boxers because.
Guys in the comments, give me your thoughts on what you predict the price is going to be. I see Dave Bennett predicts it's going to be $9.99. Jody saying Fight TV on a desperate night. Oh my gosh! We got Sajid, we got Katie.
Yeah, I can see it going to £10.
Wait, hey, Babs, can I say something? You used to love Josh Kelly, mate. Remember Josh Kelly? That was your boy.
No, I love Josh.
No,
Kelly.
I don't. I love Josh Kelly. He's talented, but did you expect that?
I think he already thinks he's better than better than what he is. Like he's great, but he needs to go. I don't know, man. He drops his hands too much. He goes in there too casually. I don't know.
Is he still your boy?
Yeah, I think he's quality. I think he's got the right skill set to be world champion.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Don't just jump off the wagon over one lot.
People, they lose fights. Like, it's nice to see some people bounce back, and I think he will. I think he just needs to go in somewhere and get the job done, rather than dancing around and trying to do all the skills. He just needs to get the job done, really. Yeah.
To be fair, he's good, mate. He's an absolutely talented fighter. I reckon he just took that fight a bit early because he's so talented. He's in a rush.
Yeah.
And you've got to manage boxers like that, innit? That's
what do you think about Josh Taylor?
Oh
yeah, mate, unbelievable.
He's quality, isn't he? He's
unbelievable. And you know, there was a time 2 years ago when Britain had loads of world champions, and you know, that's changed a little bit. It's not as many as it was before, but Taylor's put Britain back on the map again. You know?
Yeah, he's serious. Josh Taylor, I knew he was serious from when he boxed Dave Ryan back in 2016. And I remember that I was having a debate with my cousin Craig, because he, trained with Rahara Davis. And there was like a talk about him. I said, if Josh Taylor fights him, I said, he'll take him out. And Craig was like, nah. He won't. And they talked, about a year later, and he stopped him. But no, I knew from that first, I saw him fight on Channel 5. And I was like, no, this guy's special. Like, I'm good at blocking when someone has got the X factor, and I knew he had the X factor. And now he's the undisputed lightweight, and he's not fought no clowns to do it. He's had to go through. He went in that super serious tournament, so he went through the ringer, and then even that Jose Ramirez didn't go into the tournament, so he tried to swerve it, because I don't think he would have won that tournament. And then Josh Taylor, being the man he is, come out of the tournament and said, "Well, I need that." So and it's out of order how no TV after pick.
No, I know. I thought it was disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's mad. It's very big disservice. So hopefully his next fight,
big time.
Get on the, you know what I mean, and show some respect.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I see Teofimo calling him out as well, which I don't think he wants that really. I think that's a tough fight, for both of them. But I think Josh Taylor picked up for me.
He doesn't need that now. They say weight. Teofimo.
No, Teofimo's
lower.
I think.
Weight below, isn't he?
Because Josh Taylor wants Terence Crawford, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that's too much for him.
He wants who?
He wants
Terence Crawford.
No way.
Yeah, that's too much. But Teofimo, in my opinion, I think he needs to fight Devin Haney.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's the fight. He looked unbelievable on the weekend. Like his fight with Norris.
Yeah.
I knew he was good, but he looked unbelievable.
Yes, Gav. Yes. Catherine.
Was that sorry?
Yes.
No, I just seen a few people join in.
Oh yeah.
Chatting. Boys, Richard's bringing the But people are giving Devin Haney a hard time that he got rocked in the 10th round. But what do you guys think of that? What did you think of that performance, Rich?
I think he's come through his first big challenge. You got to be positive with this stuff. And I think certain people, I think the Floyd Mayweather era and these eras, some of these top class fighters, that when they've given unrealistic expectations to a lot of other fighters. So when people are watching a fight now, they're quick to point out all their weaknesses. But Devin Haney, he's a seasoned professional. He's come through his biggest test, and I think he's ready for more. So for me, he gets a thumbs up from me, man. Like, no shade in him whatsoever. In fact, it builds character, because sometimes you see these fighters, you think, are you really challenged? He's come through that, and he's come through the colours for me. Yeah,
because for me, when he's fought a couple of guys, including you're boxing on the outside, but you're a bit boring. When you're going to get You want to see he gets clapped on the chin. So he's decided to stay in the pocket. He got clapped on the chin. Yeah, he did it, but he got through it, and he didn't go down. And let's remember, I see Ryan Garcia talking about, he got vulnerable. Ryan Garcia got stopped by the same guy who
Yeah.
Linares beat Luke Campbell.
Yeah.
And Luke Campbell dropped it. So, Linares dropped Luke Campbell, beat Luke Campbell. So he had a harder, Devin Haney had a harder fight. And Linares dropped Lomachenko.
Yeah.
People forget that.
Linares is unbelievable. For me, he's one of my best fighters to watch. I wouldn't say he's great at everything, but I just love watching him fight. He's just a seasoned veteran, just the way he moves around the ring. And even when I saw him fight Lomachenko, I was just like, he was the first person I saw be able to time him on the way in. Because, Lomachenko's got a weird thing when he's the Matrix, he's fighting you and he's sideways. And I see, when he did that, I just see him just step round as well. So, a big win for him. Obviously, Linares is getting older a bit, but it's a massive win for Haney. Yeah. Everyone knew it was top quality.
Yeah. I think him and Teofimo will be a great fight. Like,
Who?
I really think it will. And I know he's got a belt now, but I think the winner of that should fight Lomachenko. So I still believe he's the best.
Yeah, he's gone up too many weight divisions, Loma. I think Teofimo, he's not a joker, bro. You know what I mean? You can't go up that much weight, and his punches ain't hurting people there. You know what I mean? Teofimo's like, I'll trade with you because you can't take 2 or 3 of these. You know what I mean? And I think Loma's just got to stay at his weight and just do what he does because he's brilliant.
Yeah. So who have you got winning out of Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, guys? What's your prediction if it comes off, when it comes off?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm split in the middle because even against Lomachenko, I said Teofimo, like Rich said, he's not someone to mess around with. Like he's seriously skilled. And so every fight I see Haney fight, he looks better and better. And that Linares fight just the performance is unbelievable. So I'll probably if I edge someone, if I had to pick someone, I'd edge Haney.
Really?
Yeah, I would. Just because I think he's slightly bigger than Teofimo as well. So, but yeah, I'll split down the middle. So it'd be a great fight. I think like a real boxing fight, like skills fight.
Yeah.
What's your opinion, Rich?
I love Teofimo. I've got to go. I just like the power. I like the way he fights. I like his confidence. I think it'll be a tight fight, but I'll go Teofimo. Plus, he beat Loma, and I love Loma, and I like just to keep. Even though I've talked about the weight difference, just to do it anyway. That's a big O. Well, it's not an O, is it? He's lost a few, but that's a big win to have.
Yeah, for me, Teofimo Lopez is the man of the division at the moment because until Kevin beats him, Teofimo's the number one because he beat the man, and Teofimo beat the man in Lomachenko, so he's the man to beat. Ash Jones 23 machine, Lopez on point. Any more predictions, guys? Get your predictions in. So we've got so he's the man to beat. When it comes off, I'll probably give my prediction and I'll reserve it until I see some contract signed and stuff. It will be a deep fight when it comes off. I want to see how Garcia fights.
Calm down. I've got some ongoing difficulties in the background and my kids.
I know.
I'm gonna have to shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot. Someone else jump in. You've got a lot of boxing fans. Oi, Brad, good catching up with you. I know you love your boxing, so I'm glad you joined in this. You two, boy, you know so many people together, so many of the same people. You wouldn't believe. Take care. Bless.
Yeah, man. Bless, man. Be sure to follow Fight Fan TV, guys, who are coming in. And thanks for coming in, Rick. Yeah. So, what else do you want to talk about? You got any questions and stuff like that?
I was speaking the other week about about this Joshua Fury situation now. I think it's completely gone now because for me, I think Usyk beats Joshua.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think he's too skilled for him. I really do. Obviously, he can get caught. It's heavyweight boxing. He get caught, he can get knocked out. But for me, I think Usyk beats him, and I think that's the fight done then with Joshua Fury. I kept going back and forth. I picked in that fight. I think at the moment I was going Joshua against Fury. But yeah, I think Usyk beats them all.
Oh wow! It's Ash Jones 23 says he believes Usyk's going to do it as well. Brad, you've loved Usyk from day one. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting fight. We've seen Andy Ruiz beat Joshua, so you know, I mean, it wouldn't be the shock of the century.
Even that fight, straight away I said, you know what, Ruiz I think is going to beat Joshua in the first one, because I don't think Joshua's fought someone, he hadn't fought someone like Ruiz before, and he's still learning. You know, he's not used to that. So I thought he would potentially knock him out, but I had him to lose. But I said the second fight he'll come back and he'll learn from what he's done and get the job done, which he done. And it's the same with Usyk. I don't think he could handle the movement of Usyk.
Okay, so how do you see Fury Wilder 3 going?
Fury, I think Wilder's the worst champion I've ever seen. Honestly, boxing wise, I think he's awful. I see him put up a video the other day of moving around. That's not his style, you know. I think Fury can just toy with him. Yeah, I think Fury he'll probably knock him out again, if I'm honest. Yeah, I think he's awful. How do you see it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's the worst world champion ever, because would you say he's worse than Value?
Oh, Value for me knocks him out as well. Like Value, yeah. Honestly, I think Wilder I watch and I think he's embarrassing. Like,
what about? Do you remember John Ruiz?
Yeah. No, I mean,
you saying Wilder's worse than John Ruiz?
100%.
Oh my God!
No, John Ruiz, he could still box a little bit.
Nah, come on. He used to hold on he used to lose points all the time for holding on. He was the proper hugger, man. Come on. He's John Ruiz and Value. They're worse than him. They're worse than Wilder.
I think for me, it's just I think there's zero boxing skill with Wilder, like at all. I know what you're saying. They're not great. There's been a lot of bad champions, right? But like Wilder has nothing other than one punch. Like he hasn't got a jab, he hasn't got movement, he hasn't got anything. And I think when he fights someone who can fight or even punch, you see him get rocked. You see him like the first Ortiz fight. That should have been stopped. He was up against the ropes, getting punched up, and that should have been stopped straight away. And then Ortiz gassed himself out.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's awful, and I think you know what, he should take this fight, get the money, and then just say, you know what, my time's done.
You're a tough critic, man. You're a tough critic. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, from that was a very comprehensive beating last time. I don't know how we. I don't see how we win this, but he is looking better on the pad. We don't know how he's going to look skill-wise in the match. I think Fury got, you know, when someone has a number, I think Fury might have his number.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think he's worth what happened.
I just don't like him. I just really, really don't like him. Like the way, even before the Fury fights, when how he used to talk, he hadn't fought anyone other than Ortiz, and he used to talk around like he's the best, and he's number one. You can't be number one without fighting like people, you know. And he could avoid people. He avoided people for years. So it's just, yeah, you can't call yourself world champion by being given the belt, really.
Yeah. Well, he beat. I thought his first performance versus Mains Tavern was good. Yeah.
I mean, he was out of shape. He was good, but against Tavern, I mean, he ain't great, is he? He's a good performance, and someone who's okay, but is Tavern anything special? Not really.
Yeah.
He showed that in the second fight. I know the second fight he was completely out of shape and just come back, but
yeah. Just the second one I don't really count, but the first one he looked good. So what else is going on in the climate? What do you think about the Daniel Dubois tomorrow making his return after the loss to Joyce of the eye injury with the orbital bone? He's in with Dinu Bogdan. How do you see that one going? Because I think that's a tough fight, you know?
I think it depends on his mindset and whether he's recovered from getting that injury, and whether he's. You see a lot of people who they sort of overthink the injury and sort of want to protect it and don't want it to happen again. So I think it all depends on his mindset. If he's recovered well, if he's mentally strong, then yeah, I see him going for him in a few rounds, because I think he's a really good boy. I really see him being something special. But injuries happen, and I think it all depends on the mindset.
Yeah, yeah, and we've got my mate Bradley Skeet back in action tonight. He hasn't fought in about, I don't even know, about 4 years or something like that. He's up at 154 now. You know Bradley Skeet, you know him.
I can't hear you. Who's that? Sorry.
Do you know Bradley Skeet?
Oh, Bradley Skeet. Yeah. Again,
Yeah, he's back in action.
Yeah. Oh, is he fighting tonight? Is he?
Yeah, he's back in action after he's been out for about 4 years. So he's up at 154 now. So I can see his chances.
I think that weight class makes sense. Yeah, again, I mean, look, having a long time off, because he's always someone that looks very good, and was kind of sort of then having a little break off and then coming back. I think he's actually a really good boxer, Bradley Skeet. I think he's quality. So if he's trained well for it after having a layoff, then he should do well. Who's he fighting? Who's he fighting tonight?
Yeah, no one will know because it's only the first one back in it. I don't know the guy's name, but yeah, he's not. It's just a warm back into things.
Pre-warm-up fight, yeah.
But he's training with Dominic Ingle up in Sheffield now, so hopefully that'll improve his style and stuff. So, what's your thoughts on the Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight coming up?
You know what, Manny Pacquiao, he keeps surprising me, like, you know, how he's looking. But I think is it too late now? I think Errol Spence has got the power behind him, and the skills really. So I think Errol Spence will probably come through that. It won't be an easy fight though. I think the speed and the movement of Pacquiao coming at him will make it a tough fight. But I think the power. I don't think Errol Spence should be at that weight for much longer. I think it's either fight Crawford or move up. I think he's too big for it. So I think, given that, I think he's too strong for the weight. I think he'll probably take Pacquiao out.
What, he got a round prediction or?
It'd be later on. Cause I think the first couple of rounds Pacquiao will probably win. I'd probably say between 8 and 10.
Yeah, that sounds yeah.
Would you think something?
Yeah, it sounds about right. The first few rounds, you know, Manny got them fast feet and front quick muscle flow, but I think he's able to catch up with him. But you know, they've got to make sure they have that testing done.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he keeps surprising me, but I just think it probably is a bit too late now to keep going against the younger guys. I want to see Errol Spence go up and fight Charlo, if I'm honest. I think that'd be a really good fight.
Yeah, but that won't happen though because they train together, innit? Yeah, so that wouldn't happen. But he could fight Castano, the WBO champion. Funny enough, Castano beat him in the amateur, so I'm sure he'll get that revenge back on him. But other than that, I'd love to see the Terence Crawford one, but it seems there was a lot of politics going on.
What do you think, if that fight happened, what do you think would happen? Who'd you have?
I got Spence winning that fight.
Have you?
Yeah, I got Errol winning.
I think it all depends if Crawford can take the power. If he can, he's too skilled for him. He wins.
Yeah.
If he can take the power, if he doesn't get his respect straight away, then for me, Crawford completely outboxed him.
How we doing, gents?
How's it going now?
All good, mate. All good.
So what's your thought?
What? Spence Crawford?
Yeah.
Crawford and KO.
Yeah?
100%. 100%. He's a monster, mate. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Like, no one wants to fight Crawford, do they? No one really. Brook and Khan done it for a payday, even though it ain't much because he ain't a big name star. Like, they thought, oh, we'll catch him. But Crawford, like, what did he start? Lightweight, light welter. Have you ever seen him lose a round? Do you know what I mean? Like, he don't lose.
I've seen him lose rounds. I've seen him get dropped.
He goes slow some rounds. I think he really eases up.
Yeah, he starts slow. He can get. I've seen him get dropped early by what's his name, Kavalitsky, and I remember Gamboa rocked him.
Yeah, but Gamboa has power in his hands.
Yeah, and it was the young Gamboa.
Like Gamboa's another one. If that geezer could take a punch, he's like Amir Khan. If he could take a punch, then people would be in so much trouble. But
Gamboa, he's a weird one because I think he can take a punch because do you notice he always gets up? No one's ever laid him out.
He's just got massive bollocks. That's all that is. Like fucking, do you know what I mean? He's just got massive bollocks. But yeah, like first time I see Crawford fight when he fought Ricky Burns, he come to Scotland. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that hostile Scottish crowd gets to a lot of people. You've seen it when Crawford fought at home. And he just weren't out of place. He was like, I'm here doing a job. And he done a job on him. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, that was the first time
and he just, you know, and Burns was no slouch. All right, he weren't the biggest puncher in the world, but he could box. He could definitely box. And he could take a shot. Who was it that broke his jaw? Beltran. You know, and he carried on through the whole fight. So, I don't know, like, I'd say Crawford would knock Spence out, though. I just think he'd do it. Points to prove and all that.
I think maybe a stoppage. I can't see a knockout, though. But I
don't know. Like, he fought Garcia, didn't he, after the car crash, which was a good fight to come back. I didn't think he was going to take a fight like that. That was a tough one. But, like, Mikey Garcia is like a featherweight, you know? And he's a tiny welter. Crawford's a good welter. Like solid welter. It's hard. I think you get to him soon. But
remember, it wasn't Mikey who fought after the car crash. He fought Garcia.
Yeah, so I'm saying he fought him after, and he looked good, but I don't know. Mikey Garcia ain't a welterweight. You know.
Well, Danny Garcia is the one he fought.
Has he boxed Danny Garcia? I thought
that was his last fight, Danny Garcia.
I didn't even know he fought him. I haven't been paying attention to after the fights.
After the car crash, it was Danny.
Like that KO that you give Amir Khan that time. But I want to see where Joe Joyce goes next.
Yeah.
Like, he's not fought since Dubois, is he? You know, what is he, number one in the WBO? Or number two?
Yeah, like Usyk, wasn't he? But that's been stopped.
And like, Usyk, you know, like, a lot of people saying, oh, you know, Usyk beat him in the amateurs. This ain't the amateurs. That was a 5-round fight. Joyce's engine for a man who walks around at 18.5 stone, 6'6", 6'7", is unreal. He's just relentless, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's massive because obviously I know him because he used to box at Elstor. So, but he looks from when I knew him. I don't know if you guys saw that UFC champion, and you see that. Wow.
Do you know what? Like, I went to the press conference. Dylan White, Lucas Brand. Yeah. I went down there when they fought, and like, I walked in and I looked at that, Dylan White, and I thought, I'm like 6 foot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I see you at the Agler thing, didn't I? Do you know what I mean? I'm like 6 foot, and I was looking up at Dylan White, thinking, "Fuck me, that's a big bloke." Do you know what I mean? Like, really? And then I've got a picture with Lucas Brand, yeah, who was meant to be the same height, and there ain't much between me and him. And I'm like, I think, but I've seen like even Lucas Brand's fighting again, isn't he? In Dubai next month against Christian Tun, is his name? I think he is, or Fun, German bloke.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I think it's an 8-rounder. But I thought, how the fuck have you pulled that one out of the bag when you got knocked out by a rugby player? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a joke. Did you see? To me, it looked like he dived.
Mate, I think he got about. It worked out. Apparently, he got about 300 grand for that. Yeah, he got less fighting for that world title in Russia than they did for that. That says something, doesn't it? Really, that you fight a rugby player and you get paid more. But I don't know. It's like that Jake. Is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul this weekend?
Logan. Yeah, Logan.
Mate, like, I think deep down he knows he's going to get embarrassed, but he's getting $18 million, mate. I'd go in there and get embarrassed by Mayweather for about 100 grand. Do you know what I mean? I'd do it for a tenner if he wanted to. Fucking, but, mate, I'd like 18. Like that kid ain't even a boxer. He lost to bloody KSI who can't even box. Do you know what I mean?
And like, KSI dropped as well.
Mate, £18 million or whatever it is they're earning. Oh, this 18 million. I couldn't do it. I'm in the wrong thing, mate. I'm in the wrong jobs. I think, I'm not even 30 yet. I can get an amateur career in for about a couple of years, turn over or something, see what I can do. But it's just mad, like, all this money in boxing and he's going to fucking YouTubers and it.
Yeah, I know, but it's the YouTube kids who are paying for this fight, because I don't think the hardcore boxers.
No, not.
Do you know big mummy fight?
But you're gonna get like a lot of people will say, "I'm not going to watch Mayweather Paul," but they will because it's Mayweather. Like boxing fans, has Mother Time actually caught up with him now? Because I was watching him on the pads the other day, and the geezer's aiming at his knees. I thought, all right, he's fighting a big boy, but be careful, you just need hit him in the bollocks.
But I think his signal's gone a bit.
I'm going to shoot anyway, mate. I've got to go.
All right, man. But yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yo,
has
it come back on? One sec.
Yeah.
I was just coming out of the station. Oh, pissing down there. But yeah, no. So I've seen that Skeet at 154, mate. If he gets back to when he won the British title, great addition to that division. Like people like Cheeseman, Fowler. You know, he's an experienced fighter. He's been in with some good names, and obviously he's under Dom Ingle, so he's going to be learning. He's going to be like a new fighter now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when he went out to Spain and he lost to that, what is he, La Prada or whatever his name is?
The Jara.
Yeah, that fella, you know. I don't know, like, I thought Skeet was just going to go out there and box his head off, and then I was like, oh, what happened here? But the guy's not a bad fighter.
Yeah, he can fight, that guy. I don't know if you remember when he boxed Frankie Gavin after, and he took Frankie out, and then he boxed. He boxed the other day on dazn as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he stopped. What was the guy's name? He got, because Lajara, he got dropped twice, and then he stopped the guy. He stopped him about the 8th or 9th round because I had an accumulator on him winning by KO. He stopped the guy. I don't know if
did the whole thing come in though?
Yeah. The whole thing come in.
That's just what you need, isn't it? Mate, you know what? I started doing little boxing bets when I won Frox Groves. Yeah, I think it was just, what one did he knock him out in round 8?
Yeah, something like that.
So I only won like a minimal. Yeah, I was like, all right, well I won. I started doing like 3-4 fights at a time. Get 3 fights in, yeah, three rounds. I'm getting like £200 back here. Then the last one would always let me down. One that done me was David Price, Tony Thompson. Both of them. Do you know what I mean? I thought, right, I'd do him in the second one because he already hurt him. And then he's like, no, he just walks up to him and lets him punch him on the chin. No, he's doing.
Yeah, I've lost a few where you get through the whole night and then some mug at 3 a.m. goes and loses, and you're like, oh my.
When you're asleep not watching it and you check it in the morning. And you're
like,
yeah.
Oh my goodness, and that was meant to be like.
But there's some good young fighters coming through, like from my area, Turnover and stuff like that. What is it? There's 2 that I know of, know them well. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I'm going to go and watch their fights when they go fight, and you can actually watch it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What area?
Me, I live in Dagenham.
Okay. Yeah. Some good fighters.
So, obviously we've got Kev. You know, he's the mainstay. He's the man. But yeah.
So you keeping an eye on Johnny Fisher?
Yeah, like Johnny's old man does the meat deliveries, doesn't he? And he comes to my house and drops it. That's how I know I met Johnny and that. Proper nice, like both of them, him and his old man, proper fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was before he turned pro and that. He was coming, I walked up, mate, he's a big boy and all. I thought, fucking hell, you're bigger, aren't you? He went, just a little bit, mate. So, yeah, cheers for that one. But yeah, fucking, he don't stop training, that boy, I'll tell you. He was always in the gym.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and he's proven.
But the thing is, he's got that background like Joyce, the rugby background. It's a tough one, you know. Used to taking a few bumps. So
yeah, even his face, you can see by his face, he looks like he knows how to he could take a shot.
Definitely, like I see that Lovejoy was calling him out. I thought, mate.
Yeah, they're making a fight for the Matchroom fight camp thing. It's the summer in the back garden.
He was like, "Oh, I'm going to get a trainer and all that for this camp, mate." You just fought Manuel Charles. You should have got one for that. I'm on a live, you cunt. Shut the fuck up. Cut your hair, peasant. But yeah, fucking my brother and his mate.
Okay.
Scruffy bastard. But yeah, no. Johnny will do well, mate. He's got good guidance under Tibbs and that, you know. But yeah, there's two fellas, like, they boxed at my brother's amateur club and that when he boxed. Flyweight, little Karim Agius.
Yeah.
He had a video on like Insta and Facebook. It went viral over the top right hand knockout. Obviously,
where the guy ran in at him.
Yeah, spun him as the boy run back in. He went,
bang. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
the guy ran at him and he hooked into the open. Yeah, I've seen that.
My brother, I know him and his family. Like, he's got a little brother boxing, all tidy fighter, mate. Both national champs and stuff like that. But yeah. And he got a boy called Sonny Ali. He's training like from my area. Trains up in Romford. Good little fighter. He's training with O'Hara Davis and that. So he gets two good boys to watch when they. I think Karim fights in July actually, mate. And Sonny, I think, is not long after him. But obviously, I'll go and support them. I've known them since they was kids. Do you know what I mean? But it should be fun. But
well, I'll look out for them.
There's always some good boys coming out of there, mate. Especially like even Romford and that. All of them. All the gyms around here.
Barking, Hornchurch.
Hornchurch and Park have had some good amateurs over the years.
Yeah, West Ham, obviously, as you know.
Yeah, of course. Repton. It's just London in general has got a great boxing scene, hasn't it? So.
Yeah.
Oh, no one's nicked me car. That's nice. Fucking. But yeah, go on, Dan. I'm going to let you crack on, mate, because I'm going to go in. I'm obviously on my way home from work and that. But we'll catch up soon. When you do another one, let me know.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
No worries, mate. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.
All right.
So, mate. Bye.
Yes, bodyguard.